Greetings, fellow noob. Today we find ourselves on Surf Cage. This map was just added to Momentum Mod, and I recorded myself playing it for the very first time. I have never played this map, never seen it, never even looked at it, and I thought it would be interesting maybe to just share my thought process as I'm learning a map like this. If we go back to stage 1 real quick, at this point I don't even know that it's a staged map. I haven't looked at the map basically at all. The first thing that's just kind of intuitive to me is that you want to cross the first spine. It's probably not necessary, but intuitively, that's just kind of what I did. And then on the second stage, the first thing I noticed was, that this part of the map looks different. And I quickly figured out that it was bunny hoppable. And then, you will see me a lot not knowing where to go. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to optimize the bunny hop, which is kind of pointless because the map is not hard enough for you to have to do this. But generally speaking, with bunny hops, you wanna hit them parallel, kind of. So that's what I ultimately managed to do. And then here, I just kind of guessed that this was a bunny hop, and I kind of guessed that this was the end of the stage, and you had to flick up. If you see a wall in front of you, well, flicking up is probably, well, maybe the correct solution. So now we're already on stage 3, and here I'm encountering the spinny drop and not knowing what to do. What I already saw in my first run is that, again, one part of the map looks a little bit different, and I now wanted to test whether this is surfable. And yes, it is, but I also saw that it kind of kills all of your speed. So I went back to my original approach of, well, skipping that sort of that wall ramp. So I'm leaving this ramp a little bit early, so I get a lot of speed. And I always have a 300 yaw speed turn bind on one of my mouse buttons. Usually not super useful, but in this case it is, and that's kind of a good yaw speed to do that. Spinny drop. Again, no clue where to go, so I have to figure out stage 4 and what the correct route is. My first idea is maybe you can just skip the entire ramp entirely to get onto this. You can, although it's not a great idea. And now I'm a tiny bit confused about the layout of the stage and what exactly you have to do.
So you go through here, there, down, 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 down. That's the end.
And what I kind of understand now is that the middle part, basically after the fourth ramp or third ramp, is basically just a unit check. It's kind of an optimization question of like, how do you gain enough units and enough height to get over this barrier and onto the next ramp? And this is what I'm trying to figure out now. And I'm failing it a few times more, sliding down the ramp and stuff. But I basically see this now as a unit check and an optimization problem. And so basically what I'm trying to do is to just, well, gain units, maintain units, get a really tight board onto that, well, fourth ramp, I guess, get low on it, and then get a nice sort of strong push upwards. And now ultimately I'm doing it. And now, of course, I have no clue what to do again. I know that this exists. I just bump into it, but with a flick, I make it into the end zone. And that's already it. That's a little bit more than 3 minutes to beat this map, not knowing it at all. I hope this is a little bit helpful, sort of the thought process. What I'm doing now, by the way, is I just kind of want to know what's kind of the correct way to do the transition. And it turns out it's basically what I did, just in the non-scuffed version, where you're not surprised by the second to last ramp and you just kind of surf it. But yeah, I hope this is somewhat helpful. A little bit on like how I approach a map that is kind of way below my skill level and how I learn it very, very quickly. That's already it. See ya.